안녕하세요, and that is hello in Korean. Now, I have what I call a nemesis language. And what does that mean? Well, that means that it is a language that is really difficult for me to learn. Because you might ask, I pick up all these languages, and I'm not perfect, but I think I do a fairly good job. And I like them, and I'm interested in them, and that's why I do it. But anyway, there is one that has eluded me, and every once in a while I try again. And that language, well, there's two. There's two that I have trouble with. One is Korean, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The other one is Arabic. And I think one of my problems with Arabic, I think I could get Arabic, but I need to know what style of Arabic I'm learning. And so one of my problems was that I was learning Arabic on Duolingo, and I was doing fairly well. But the problem was I went to church with some Arabic speakers who were Lebanese, and I what I was learning wasn't anything like what they were saying. And they laughed at me a little, and I was like, kind of embarrassed. But the other thing was I was frustrated because I didn't know how to communicate with the people I needed to use the language with. Arabic is like that. But now Korean is a lot more standardized. But we're going to do some very basic Korean because I'm starting to pick it up again. Every once in a while, I do it for a while, then I drop it, and then I come back. But I did this with Hebrew. I did this with Hebrew a lot, and eventually it started to click. So that is first of all, my advice. If you have a language that you find hard to learn, stick with it a while. If you get frustrated, drop it for a while. Come back to it. And for some reason, and I don't know why, and I don't know if your brain just works on it while you're having a rest, I have no idea. I think your brain, it's like, when computers have programs running in the background, I kind of think your brain does that too. And after all, computers are based on the brain, more or less, kind of. But anyway, I really think that when you get frustrated with the language, drop it for a while and come back to it. And each time I've done that, I'm not where I left off. I'm actually a little better. So I'm trying Korean again, and I remembered a lot of it, and I didn't pick up, I didn't have to go back to the first. I picked up kind of where I left off, and actually it's coming a little better. So I'm trying again. I've done this many times with Korean. So anyway, it is making more sense, and so I'm going to give you a very easy Korean lesson. So I'm going to tell you some nationalities, and I have written them out to the best of my ability. I'm sure my Korean writing isn't very pretty, same as my Chinese, but I am working on it. So, to say Korea, the country Korea, Hanguk, and this is how you write it. Okay? Now this is saram, and it means person. And so this is how you write that. If you say Hanguk saram, you are saying a Korean person. Hanguk saram. Now, this one is Jungkook. And I didn't write that quite as pretty as I should have, but it means China. So Jungkook saram means Chinese person. Chinese person. Okay? Miguk, well, that means American. America, USA. Miguk is America, USA. Actually, I put it here, I kind of put it backwards. This is Miguk, and that is America, USA. So to say American person, Miguk saram, Miguk saram, Miguk saram. All right. So now if you want to say I am, chunun, I am. And then another one to know, this is a verb. This is the verb to be, more or less. I don't think it translates perfectly, but 입니다. And 입니다, so Korean is very similar to Japanese, where the verb goes at the end of the sentence. So this is 입니다. So 입니다. 입니다 means is, and it will go at the end of the sentence. So now let's do a sentence. 저는 미국 사람입니다. So I am an American person, and this is the I am. So I am. So I, American person, am. That's what you're saying literally. 저는 미국 사람입니다. I am an American person. I am an American person. I, American person, am. Sorry, I always hit the camera. I gotta quit that. 저는 미국 사람입니다. So, if you have any questions, I will have to, I'm not sure I can write it out in exactly in Korean writing, because I'm having a little issue with my translator. Korean has many levels of politeness and different things, and I think it's working on a level that I'm not working on. Anyway, it's not coming out with quite what I'm being taught, but I can write it out in the English for you in the comments. So let's go over, let's review again. Korea, 한국. 한국. 한국 is Korea. 사람 means person. 한국 사람, Korean person. 한국 사람. 중국, China. 중국 사람, 중국 사람, Chinese person. 미국, America, USA. 미국, 미국. Right, and 미국 사람, American person. 주는, I am. I am. 주는. It's really, this is more or less I, but trust me. 입니다 is the verb to be, more or less. 저는 미국 사람입니다. 저는 미국 사람입니다. I am an American person. All right, I hope you liked the lesson. I'm struggling along with it, but I can give you some more later.